Okay, so we had Anirudh, who gave his introduction. Just to give a quick introduction that should give you confidence. 2019, we had 1 year back,
Yes.
and he was working as a manager in ed tech company, totally into sales, and then he got placed in IT company. So, what is your package, Anirudh?
My package is right now 7.8. Actually, I like, what I feel like is like, confidence is very required, like, when we are actually giving the first round of interview that is on the call. So I directly, like, whenever I speak to them, like, I directly ask 100% hike. So, like, if I mention 3.8 something, like, I want 100% hike, because I have been seeing this market trend that people with 1.5 years or 1.8 years or 1.7 years, they're getting 200 300% hike also. So, like, it depends on like what we demand. So, like, if I asked for 100% hike directly, and they were like very okay with that. So they had a budget of that and they were very okay. So I got this same package, 100% hike.
Okay, so let's move ahead with the next candidate, Sheikh Baba Fakhruddin. Very good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, very good morning. Let's
Am I audible,
start
sir?
with your introduction. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage? Which
Sir,
all companies have you got placed in?
okay, sir. Myself, Sheikh Baba Fakhruddin. My year of pass out is 2018, sir. I prepared for GATE exam for this year. I got All India rank 600 also. And I placed in two companies. One was Services Solutions, which is Chennai-based company, and another one is New Gen Solutions, New Gen Software Solutions. And my highest package was 8 LPA, and lowest package was 6 LPA or LPA, sir, which offered by Services Solutions.
Okay. What's your qualification, Sheikh?
BTech, sir, BTech in ECE, electronics.
In electronics. Okay. So that was about Sheikh. Let's quickly move on to the next candidate, Abhijit, and then we'll start taking interview questions from them. Okay, so let me ask to unmute himself. Yeah, Abhijit, very good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning, sir.
So Abhijit, let's start with your introduction.
Yeah, sir. Very good morning, everyone. And myself, Abhijit. I am from Karnataka only. And I completed my education, completed degree at 2019 as a BE mechanical engineer. And after that, I worked for 1 year in the mechanical domain itself. And after that, due to COVID and all, I left the job and I have moved to my hometown. After that, in last year, I joined at April 2022 to Pankaj Sir Academy, and I got to know about the IT and all. First of all, I don't know anything about the coding and all. Being a mechanical background, I don't have that much of knowledge. And after joining the Pankaj Sir Academy, sir taught us very well the concepts and all, core Java and advanced Java, and that's how I followed the sir's classes and all, and I practiced the same core Java and the frameworks like Spring Boot and all. And after that, I started giving the interviews on September mid, and I have given hardly 7 to 8 interviews, and I have cleared about 2 to 3. And one is Atos, another one is Ecogawa India, another one is Phase Zero, and my highest package is 6.5 and lowest is 5.5 LP.
All right. So let's quickly start with the interview questions. So back to Anirudh. Please tell us which all questions you feel it's very important. Then we'll take the questions from Sheikh Baba Fakhruddin. His name is pretty good actually, Baba Fakhruddin. Right. So I'm just repeating it purposefully, the whole name. Yeah. Go ahead, Anirudh. Yeah, let's start.
Yeah. So, first of all, what I felt was 60-70% it was mostly core Java. Core Java, I really felt they were focusing more on the coding part as in reversing a string, reversing a sentence, with keeping the space order or the word order, something like that. And also they gave me in couple of interviews how to manipulate Excel files, how to read a Excel file, and change the format of the date column that is there in the Excel file. And also they focused on multi-threading, what is deadlocks, write a program to display what is deadlock, and how do we come out of it. And after that, why there is wait and notify method in object class apart from thread class, because that is a concept of multi-threading. So that question I really liked. And after that, difference between serialization and deserialization. And if um, something in advanced Java, I really felt that what they asked me, where I got stuck was in the first interview they asked me design, write what a REST API looks like. So I was really confused, what a REST API really looks like. So then I actually figured out, or I realized that is just a REST controller class, which has get, post, put, and delete mapping and all this. So they wanted to make that table. So you showed us the table that they said, with three columns, and the method name was there, the link, the URL, how it should look, should was there, and the method description was there. So they wanted me to make that particular thing. Also in Spring validation, they asked me where to put @ validation, and also where to use DTO class, while uh, getting the data from entity back to DTO, or just from the view layer to sending it to the entity, where to actually use the DTO layer. All these questions they asked. And mostly I would say they would focus on more on the coding part. If we are clearing the coding part, they were pretty satisfied with it, because advanced Java is more of implementation of core Java. So yeah.
Right. So I hope you got to know what all questions Anirudh is telling are kind of important. Let's move ahead with Sheikh. Thank you so much, Anirudh, for joining us. Okay, God
Thank
bless
you so
you
much, sir.
and keep
Thank you so
progressing.
much for all the support, sir.
So let's start with Sheikh. Baba
Hello.
Fakhruddin. Let's start with the questions, what he feels is important. Yeah, Sheikh, please tell us.
Yes, sir. I'm getting only 50 to 60% of questions in core Java. Mainly for me, they are focusing on more on advanced Java, SQL queries, and because of my resume, I am thinking so. And also they are asking about JSP query, JSP, and all these related things, sir. One of the interview asked me to perform CRUD operation using APIs, and I didn't know at that time. That's why I performed normal CRUD operation. And also one more thing is they asked me how many types of polymorphism, sir. And also one more thing is they are asking giants concept in SQL, sir, and different types of queries and group by ID like this, sir. I am getting more questions on SQL. These
Okay,
are really important.
right. So joins, many students are mentioning this, in SQL joins questions are guaranteed. People are getting. Again, see, testers, they don't see in a batch. I've been repeatedly telling, I have 3 to 4 people attending testing classes. Please understand, because majority of the people here who join for testing here, they change their mind and go for development. And what happens, the availability of the people who got placed as a tester for the show happens to be a challenge. So you can take their numbers directly. You call the reception desk, take testers place students contact number directly, and you can interact one to one, because what's happening on the show, majority of the people are here developers, correct? So when I call a tester again, what happens is 90% of the audience, they are not interested in the question. So testers, please do one to one interaction. I'll give you play students number. Personally, I'll share the number with you. Please call them, and that you can have a detailed chat with them. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
sir.
again, people are telling that recession is going on, but see, Abdul is here. He's a tester, so I think he's there in our list today. Luckily, uh, so we can interact with Abdul, whoever is looking for a tester. Then, okay. So here he's here to break that silence. Okay. So, anyways, we'll invite him next. Okay. So, Sheikh. Okay. Best of luck. Keep
Thank you
progressing.
so
Thank
much.
you so much for
Sir, one
joining our
question I
show.
need to ask, sir.
Ah,
Sir, they give me senior software position, sir. And is
hmm.
there any problem or
No
further?
problem. No problem. Okay. Don't worry about it. Hmm?
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
So, God bless you. Take care. Okay. Let's invite the next candidate, Abhijit. देखिए यहाँ पे रिसेशन की बात हो रही है, but I can tell you one thing confidently. Uh, while many students are actually struggling, not from PSA, outside PSA for jobs, still the numbers in PSA we are achieving of placements because of a format and the approach has been different. Correct. So still we are going number one in terms of placements. If you look at the genuinity of the placements, see fake results anybody can take stamp his photo, put it at the genuine results I'm talking about. So I think our numbers are going pretty decent and good. So there's nothing to panic. Okay, that you will not get placed. You will get placed. Don't worry. Right. So let's invite Abhijit. Very good morning, Abhijit.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Actually, I got questions on core Java itself more, and 70% of the questions are from core Java. And the questions like common questions like Java 8 features and oops concept, where you have implemented oops concept in your project work. And we have to explain all the four oops concept and implementation also. And after that, they will come to the collections part. In collections, the types of collections and difference between the array and array list and linked list as well. And they will ask the questions on hash set, hash map, and where all you have used hash map in your project work, how do you implement it, and how you configure the uh, all annotations of Spring Boot they have asked. And in Java 8 feature, they most probably they have asked on Stream API. Some companies are concentrated on Stream API. How do you implement a Stream API in your project? Where you have used in your project work? That up they are asking. And in advanced Java, Spring Boot annotations are more important, and also the Hibernate annotations. How do you configure the Hibernate in your project work? And after that, they asked the one-to-one mapping, many-to-many mapping in the Hibernate. And after that, they will ask SQL queries, sir. SQL queries are more important, like joins and all. And some are giving the some tables, and how do you join these two. You have to write the query in the notepad, and you have to explain. And in the company which I have given the Atos interview, they are mostly asking about the code snippets. Like they will post one small pseudo code, and they will ask the output of what is the output. They'll give all the four options, and we have to explain and tell the output of the small snippets, and this type of questions they are asking.
All right. So I hope you got confidence interacting with first set of people, right? And a lot of questions we got to know. You can also watch this particular session on YouTube once again and slowly make a note of all the questions. We'll also take the PDF file from them. Okay. Okay. Now there's been a lot of demand from the people that testers. So let's invite Abdul. He said, I'm a tester. Okay. So let me add him as well in this, list. Very good morning, Shubham. Very good morning, Afreen. Very good morning, Hina.
Morning, sir.
And good morning, Abdul. So, see, again, I'm telling the same thing, okay, that people who come here for testing, majority change their mind and go for development. So, 5 to 7 people in a batch are only the serious testers. What we are having it. And actually, my offline class happens to be completely empty, but the syllabus covered is in depth. That I can tell you. Testing syllabus is never compromised. Okay, so let's start, Shubham, with your introduction. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage? Which all companies have you got placed in, highest and lowest packages?
Very good morning, sir. My name is Shubham Kumar. I belongs to Gaya, Bihar. I'm completed graduation 2021 pass out. BTech completed in computer science, and I've got in 6 company placed, and my highest package is 6.7, and my lowest package is 5.5. And firstly, sir, I tried in different companies before joining the PSA, but but I can't able to join of the company of my percentage is of the 58. So I suffered a lot and joined the PSA, and that's I got a place, sir. Thank you, sir.
So you should be very confident. Percentage is not the concern here, right?
Yeah,
You
sir.
study well, 58% Shubham. That should give us a lot of confidence that in spite of that, he has got multiple offers. And his package is more than his percentage. The highest package is more than your percentage.
Yeah, sir. I joined the product, sir, in 12 December. I
Yeah,
joined the
he's
product.
excellent. So he got his first salary also.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, most welcome. We will get back to Shubham. We'll ask him interview
Okay,
questions.
okay, sir.
Afreen, very
Good morning, sir.
good morning, Afreen.
Myself, Afrin, I'm from
There's
Bangalore.
some speaker problem at your end, mic problem.
No, sir. Hello.
Just keep the mobile phone little away from the mic.
Yeah. No, it's audible, sir.
More away. I think the disturbance is because of mobile. Yeah, now fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
Afreen.
myself, Afrin. I'm from Bangalore, sir. I have graduated BA in computer science, and my percentage is 70 percentage, and I have placed in 4 companies, and I have joined in October.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Which company you have
I have
joined?
placed in 4 companies, sir.
Okay. What's your highest package, Afreen?
My highest package is 6 LPS, sir.
Okay, right. So, Afreen, we'll get back to you again. What's your
Yeah.
qualification, Afreen?
I'm a BE, sir. In
B in
CSC.
what?
In CSC, computer science.
Okay, right. Year of pass out?
2021, sir.
2021.
Yes.
Okay, right. Let's connect with Hina. Very good morning, Hina.
Good morning, sir.
Let's
So
start.
myself, Hina. I'm 21 pass out, sir. So I'm a BE graduate from computer science and engineering, and I have placed in 2 companies. And my highest package is 5.5, and the lowest package is 4.5.
Okay, right. So, next introduction, Abdul. Let's start with Abdul.
Hi, good morning. Myself Abdul Badi. I'm from Bhatkal, Karnataka. I've completed my BCom in 2018 and I've joined MBA. Then I I have a year back, so I work as a service executive in Asian Paints for 1.2 years. Then I worked for Practo for 5 months. Then I came to know about Pankaj Sir Academy with my friend Zishan. Then I joined Pankaj Sir Academy and I got placed in Reward 360 as a QA engineer.
Okay. So we have another guy joining us who is a BCom student who had a year back in BCom, and then after that he
Not
got
in
placed
BCom,
as a tester.
in MBA.
Oh, in MBA he had
In
a back.
MBA, I got a year back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, on BCom then he got placed as a tester. Right. So let's
Yeah.
start with Shubham. Please start off with the interview question, Shubham. Which all questions you feel it's important, please do let us know. Hey, Abdul is not from BCom. No.
I'm,
He's telling his BCom. You're telling is not. Abdul, there is some student telling you're not a BCom
yeah,
student.
I'm a BCom student and I've
Okay.
done MBA as well.
Can we just see you once so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have the clarity who you are?
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. See. So, have you seen him on LinkedIn? Unnecessary. He's the student who's a BCom student. Okay, you can go offline, no problem, as per your comfortness. Yeah. Yeah, Shubham, back to you. So let's start with your
Yes, sir.
introduction,
Introduction.
Shubham. Yeah. Okay,
Hello.
joined. Okay. So
Firstly,
interview
I
question,
start.
Shubham, please tell us.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Firstly, sir, just I crack in 6 company, but let me show, sir. All company ask about the mainly focus on, sir, the core Java part of, and mainly reason of the joining of the MNC's company asked what, sir. Firstly, core Java, and uh, to startup companies ask what for, sir. Only advanced Java. Firstly, I write in, sir, core Java parts of the, sir, difference between collections focus, difference between list and set, and what is the queue interface, and when should we use the give example, and mostly also the Java 8 features, and difference dependency of the Spring Boot to, and this, difference between union and unions also, and at the rate value annotations example, and all Hibernate core of the interface of the Hibernate, sir, and how to get a synchronized version of the array list, and difference between array list and linked list, and firstly, sir, difference between comparable and comparator, and difference between hash set and links hash set, and SQL query, how to fetch the data, and difference between union and unions all, and create the table in three table in SQL, nth SQL query code, and how to unit the JSP tags, and hash maps and hash tables, and mainly, sir, coding questions about, sir, hash maps and hash table and a stream API, and remove the duplicate elements, and sort the array list, and one asking of the easy questions of the Fibonacci series code, and sequels part of the write the second max salary of the employee, and that's also.
Okay. So guys, anyways, this lecture is also being streamed live on Facebook. So you will get all these interview questions from there. Right. So Shubham, thank you so much for joining us and
Thank you, sir.
helping us understand all the questions. Okay, so definitely this will help your juniors. Best of luck, Shubham.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's discuss with Afreen. Afreen, please tell us which all questions you feel it's important. Do let us know.
Yes, sir. It almost 70 to 80% have asked in core Javas. And the MySQL queries are the very important, and somewhat the basics programming is like maximum and the minimum, trying to reverse the strings and all those things. And then the Java questions, there is to ask the like Java 8 features and the like exceptions in handlings, then the abstract classes and servlets. Then what are the constructors and overloading and the chaining of the constructors and the primitive data types. Then they used to ask me on the thread also. Then in Spring, like only the basic Spring and the Hibernate and the microservices. So what is the web services?
Okay. So any other things you want to advise your juniors? Any things related to topics, study format, anything you want to discuss with them? You want to tell something to them?
Like they have to focus like all the like mostly core Java. They used to ask the more questions, almost 70-80%, and queries also. Then there's programmers. That's it. It's enough to crack the interviews.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shafreen, joining us. Hina, let's start. Uh, with all the interview questions which you feel it's important, please do let us know.
Yes, sir. I almost got core Java questions like uh, constructor and overriding and overloading. It was a common question in all of them, and exception handling, threads, and finalize keyword. I got 3 times. I got this question, and reversing a string. They said me to write a program, and hibernate, like they asked what is hibernate, and SQL, they said me to write one query, and all the annotations from Spring Boot, sir.
Okay. Right. So anyways, we have all the questions been taken from them, right? Definitely we will be sharing these questions. Of course, that's been the history of PSA. Our students never take one offer letter. So that's been very true, that every time you talk to a PSA student, if he's placed, he will have more than one offer letter. It cannot happen that he has only one offer letter. Correct? Minimum 2 offer letters will be there, and the maximum, you will be shocked to listen, there's a guy taken 30 offer letters. Right? So yeah, multiple offer letters, even now it is happening, which means whatever people are talking about the market condition, we don't know. But the reality from last 2 years, which I'm seeing here continuously conducting this alumni meet, which is happening, every Saturday from last 2.5 years, we have people, most of them taken multiple offers, right? So 30 offers, 25, 23, we've been having that history of people taking that offers. Shubham, I'll connect with you and I'll discuss with you later. Can we join that company or not? Abdul, now Abdul is a tester. So let's, and one more thing, this guy who got 30 offer letter, he failed in 30, 40 interviews initially because of the communication skills problem. He was from Andhra. So a lot of challenges he had to face, and then he started picking up well. So it was not that he started getting all the offers initially. He had a lot of challenges because of communication skills and all. Okay, but see, ultimately he got good results. Okay, so Abdul, back to you. Tell us testing interview questions now. Okay, which all questions do you think it's important for testers?
Yeah, actually, I joined as a manual tester. So they told me they will give a training on automation as well. They asked me the not the automation.
Okay, so what questions on automation they ask?
Not on automation, on manual they asked.
Okay, what all questions in manual testing?
They asked me about agile and test cases, SQL, types of testing, and SDLC model and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defect life cycle, did they ask you?
Sorry, yeah, test life cycle they asked me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
What up?
software development life cycle also they asked.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they told me to write a query, SQL query.
What kind of query?
Like it's a normal query, like the select query.
Okay, select query. Okay, with some condition.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, did you get questions on integration testing, system testing?
Yeah, actually they asked me about the integration system and that one, soak testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any question related to regression?
Yeah, regression as well. They asked me like they are not on regression, system and integration. They ask, not more on regression.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did they ask you test case template?
yeah. They asked. They told me to like what's the format of test cases.
Okay. Then, did you get the questions related to exploratory testing?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Then, difference between test case and test scenario?
Yeah. They asked.
Okay. Then, did they ask you interesting defects you found in your project?
Yeah, they asked me how many till now, how many defects you have found.
Okay. How
Hmm.
many defects have you found? Did they ask you which defect tracking tool you were using?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in here they are using Jira. I
Mhm.
told them about Bugzilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, any other things you are able to remember?
No, sir.
All right. So thank you so much, Abdul, Hina, okay, Afreen, and Shubham for joining us. Okay. Next candidate, I would be inviting Mahavir. Mahavir, let me add a pin. So Mahavir, I know him because he's my offline student and he's a BA student who has got placed as a Java developer in almost 3 companies. He's from Rajasthan. Okay. The reason being is he's an offline student and have been interacting with him daily. So moment I saw his photo, I got to know. The next candidate, let us invite Bharat because Bharat is getting bit late. He has some meeting or something. So let me add Bharat. Bharat K. Am I right? Yeah. Then let me invite Sami and then let's invite Shantanu. Shantanu. Okay. So let's start with the introduction one by one. Let's start with Mahavir first. Mahavir, let's start with your
Yes, sir.
introduction.
So, yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Mahavir. So, basically, I am from Jaipur, Rajasthan. I am completed my graduation in BA in 2020. But I want to growth take place in programmer. I want to be a developer. So, one of my friend is referred to a PSA, Pankaj Sir Academy. So, after hearing the PSA name, I was packing the everything, and I came to Bangalore to attend the offline. And I talked to sir. The sir is told me the degrees doesn't matter. If you have a skills, you can place anywhere in the field, any field. So I given my 100% efforts in every class that sir taught me. So because of the sir, I was placed in 4 companies, and my highest package is 5.2, and I'm working now.
Okay. So this should give us a lot of confidence. People here, BTech people are telling about the placements. But when students from the BA background, they're joining our course, getting placed as Java developer. Now that's something very interesting. This is not the first time that has happened. We also have BCom students. Last to last alumni meet we had BBM student taking almost 8 LPA, and he has got multiple offers as well. So that should give us a lot of confidence. Uh, so if possible, let us see him on camera once. Bharat, meanwhile, let's start with
Hello,
your
sir.
introduction. Yeah,
Yeah, am I audible?
yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. Good
So he's
morning, sir.
Bharat.
Good
1 minute.
morning, everyone.
You
Yeah.
can see him on camera. So he's Bharat, who is from Rajasthan and an offline student who got placed. We have Bharat here. Okay, so Bharat, let's start with your introduction. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage, which all companies have you got placed in? Please do let us know.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me for this meeting, and I apologize for the delay actually because of training and meetings every Saturday's first off. I couldn't attend the alumni meet. Yeah, I'm from Karnataka. I completed my master's from BMSIT College, Bangalore, in the year 2021 with the CGPA 7.6, and I got placed in four companies. In that, I have joined one company which the my highest.
Oh, he got disconnected. We'll just get him once again. So where is the recession? Basically, people are still telling I'm having multiple offers. Yeah, you people have been asking me about that. But still, I think people who has to get placed are getting placed. Yeah, Bharat, you are offline. Continue.
Uh, okay, sir. I didn't get where I was. Uh, it's only something happened, technical issue. Okay,
Uh,
fine, sir. I'm from Karnataka, from Bangalore, BMSNT College, and MCA student. I completed my master's in the year 2021 with a 7.6 CGPA. And I think you remember me that three times I came to you for some issues in call floor.
uh-huh.
Uh, if you see me, I think
Yeah.
I'm an offline student.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because of some training and meetings every Saturdays first off, I couldn't attend this meeting. Last Saturday, the training is completed. It's been 2 months now in the new company. I joined this company October 31st. It's located in Pune. The name is Steve Graph Systems. The highest package is 8 LPA and the lowest package is 4 LPA. Yes, sir. That's about me. Brief about me.
Right. So Bharat has taken highest package of 8 LPA. Right. Congratulations, Bharat. Let's
Yeah,
start with
yeah. Thank
Sami.
you.
Uh, let's start with your introduction, Sami. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage? Which all companies have you got placed in, highest, lowest package? And then we'll start off with interview questions. Yeah, go ahead,
Hello,
Sami.
good morning. Hello, I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible.
Yes, yes, sir. I'm Samiullah, and I'm basically from Karnataka itself, and I have completed my graduation from BT University, and my branch is civil, and my pass out year is 2017, and it's been like a very ups and down in my past that I qualified government exams, and after that I did the job in civil, and later on one of my friends suggested to join PSA, so I tried for that, and I used to ask you a lot because from 2017 will I get placed or not, and my plan is different. But if you are confident you will get placed, and you give me a lot of confidence.
Okay, so you always had this confusion. You always had a
Yes,
doubt on me till the end. Because this
yes,
happens every batch. The
yes,
student, they keep on asking me, will I get placed? Will I get job? Will I get placed? Will I get job?
yes,
That confusion and doubts will be there till the end.
yes,
Correct?
sir, definitely.
Like
Yeah,
Sami, did you had that doubt till the end? Will I get a job?
Yeah, sir. I have
For what reason? What was the reason? Like, what was your year of pass out?
2017.
2019. Let's
17,
just
17.
see. You once on the camera. Let's see who's
Yeah.
that. I'll get to know how many times you've asked me doubts. Ah, yeah. I got it. I got it. Yeah, he's my offline student. Okay, go ahead. You can go offline. You can go offline. We'll have network problem otherwise. Yeah. So, uh, this is something pretty common.
Yeah,
Every batch, there are some students. What happens is they keep on asking, "I've got gap. I'm from so and so background. Will I get placed? Will I get through?" So there was
even
one guy.
yeah, sir.
Same way. He was from 2013.
Yeah.
Finally, he got placed with almost 13 lakhs of package. He got an increment, and now I think in Feb he's leaving to US now. Probably if all the situation, everything is fine. He got promoted. He joined KPMG. He also got the promotion. They increased his salary from 13 to 18 lakhs, and he's leaving in Feb. So it reminded me of that case, 2013 civil engineering. Every time I used to get this question. Moment class over, sir, डर लग रहा है 2013 का हूँ. Okay, 9 साल का gap है, right? Job लगेगी नहीं लगेगी, right? Every time. And every time I
Yeah, sir.
said, पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दो, हो जाएगा.
Yeah, all of my friends were getting the calls and they're getting scheduled too. But for me, it's been 1 month and not even
हाँ,
1
इसका और
month.
एक केस हो गया था. इसका और एक बैड लक क्या हो गया था. सभी को कॉल्स आ रहे, इसके आजू बाजू के लोग भी प्लेस हो गए शायद से. वही केस है लगता है. हाँ, वही केस है. आजू बाजू वाले प्लेस हो गए और इसके कॉल्स जो है वो डिले भी होते जा रहे हैं फॉर सम रीजन.
हाँ, और आप बताए थे कि तुम्हारे में कॉन्फिडेंस कम है इसीलिए शायद नहीं हो रहा है. तो मैं समझा क्या कॉन्फिडेंस कहाँ से लाऊं मैं. सोच रहा था.
राइट. हम 2-3 बार कैबिन में भी हमने डिस्कस किया था बाद में. राइट. बट अल्टीमेटली ही गॉट थ्रू. Okay, so Sami, thank you so much for joining us. We'll take all the interview questions from them. Let's start with Shantanu. Shantanu, let's begin with
Hello,
your introduction.
Yeah, I'm audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. First of all, good morning, sir. Myself, Shantanu Raut. I'm basically from Wardha, Maharashtra, and I done my graduation from Pune itself. And as I'm I'm a pass out of 2020 pass out, and as a chemical engineer. And my CGPA is 7.8, sir. And I'm April 2022 batch, sir. PSA batch.
Your CGPA is
7.8, sir.
7.8. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So Shantanu, you're offline or online student?
Online, sir. Online student.
Okay, you attended my classes online.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Shantanu, you also had some doubt, like other people had this doubt. जॉब लगेगी नहीं लगेगी क्या होगा. सर क्लास तो ठीक ठाक पढ़ा रहे.
I have some doubt about that, sir, because I didn't get any call for first month. Then I get a call from Bosch. Then I gave an interview for Bosch, and I placed in that company, sir, for a 6th LPA.
Right, so you got placed in Robert Bosch. Robert Bosch or just Bosch?
Yeah. Bosch Global, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bosch, just Bosch.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the questions. ये आप लोगों के साथ भी होगा. Don't worry. सर अच्छा तो पढ़ाते, जॉब लगेगी या नहीं लगेगी, ये डाउट आते रहेगा.
Yes,
जब इंटरव्यू 4 महीने के बाद चालू होगा, जिसने बराबर ढंग से पढ़ाई की है, जॉब तो लगेगा.
Actually, sir. Hello.
Go ahead, Shantanu.
Yes, actually, a question I'm getting from that maximum question from Core Java, sir, and there is no different question from like if you share a PDF with us, that interview question PDF, the same question is there, sir, in interview also, and like in Core Java, the scoops concept and like Java 8 features and collection concept also. In advanced Java, sir, there is a Hibernate and about database like MySQL, and this is there is no different question because I just prepare from that PDF. So all questions are this I just revised that all questions and I go for interview. That's why there is no different question from me, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Mahavir. So Shantanu, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
When you guys join us and you share your experience, it gives a lot of confidence to other students, right? Because sometimes people are from mechanical background, BCom, BA, different backgrounds, and these interactions definitely will help us to get motivated at least for 5 days, Monday to Friday. Okay, back to Mahavir. चलो आप बताओ कौन से क्वेश्चंस इंपॉर्टेंट है?
Ji sir, first of all, the interviewer will mostly ask the like core Java part. Then firstly after introduction, they will ask the core Java part, and after you will giving the answer by answer. Then he will move to the like advanced Java. In advanced Java, he will ask the Spring Boot part. In Spring Boot, they will ask the like Hibernate annotations of Hibernate. Where we use the annotations of Hibernate, in which class we use, and and also the difference between annotations like controller and REST controller difference. What is the REST API? In mostly core Java, they only ask the like oops and collections part. What is the real example of oops and collections? Where did you use the collection part in your project, and which part is used in your project in collection? In which scenario we use the array list and linked list, or in which scenario we use the list or set, or collection or hash map. Difference between why we and also one of the questions why don't we inherited hash map into collection. This is also the questions I faced in interview. And mostly in Spring Boot also they use what is the entry point, starter point of the Spring Boot, annotations of Spring Boot. That's also.
All right, so entry point of Spring projects, the starting point from where the project execution starts. Okay. All right, Mahavir, thank you so much for joining us, sharing all these questions. Shami, back to you. Please tell me.
Yeah.
Important interview questions according to you.
Yeah, sir, like I they initially ask or explain your project. They will ask, and what I used to do, I didn't explain the technical flow.
Coffee.
Of that, I used to
Coffee.
ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅದಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅದು ರಾಂಗ್ ಐತೆ ಅದೇ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರೋ ನಮ್ದು ಇದಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತ
I think it's outside somewhere. Okay, we'll take questions from Sami. I think he's outside traveling and connected.
No, sir. It's not from my side, from Shantanu.
Oh, right.
Yeah, sir.
Fine.
Okay.
Shantanu.
I'm audible now.
Yeah, you're audible now. Yeah. Shantanu, back to you. You can start with the questions meanwhile.
Hello.
Yeah. Sami, I'll unmute you.
Actually, sir, I'm tell me about the questions, sir. That I didn't took any question that different, sir. That says the same question is there, sir, from that PDF you share with us, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, there is like a core Java from like everyone that share your question, sir. The same question will ask, sir, in interview. I didn't get any different question. So just one question is there. Like they just share a code with us and tell us about like error, which type of error we get. And that's it. So actually, the core in core Java, they just ask about like Java features and collection concepts and OOPS concept. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Rami, joining us. Let's start with Shantanu and Bharat one by one. So, Shantanu, please tell us
Sir,
which all questions do you think
sir, actually,
is
I'm
important?
speaking right now, sir. Sir, I'm is there. So now I'm speaking, sir.
Yeah, Shantanu, you already done with the questions. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Correct. Okay, so Bharat is remaining then. Okay, I'll put you on mute. Bharat, please tell
Yeah,
us which all
hi sir.
questions are important.
Mainly the interviewer will start with our project actually. We have to, the one thing here is we should not tell about what our project do. We have to tell what is there behind the project, the technical thing only. If we go the front end thing, scenario thing, they will create some more scenario and they will tell us to create something else. So we have to more concentrate on technical thing only. That is the suggestion. So first of all, we will explain everything about technical thing about our project.
Okay. Technical concepts. I think there's some audio problem again at his end. Right. Meanwhile, let me remove him. Some audio problem at your end. Then we have Varun. Yeah, Bharat. We are not able to hear you. And then we have Sagar. Okay. Yeah, Bharat. Any problem? Okay, some problem. We'll again connect with Bharat. No issues. Let's invite the next set of candidates. See, one thing, what I can tell you upfront genuinely is fake results cannot enter my academy. We are known for it. Placed, not placed, not placed. We will not cook up the stories. We're very clear and transparent about it. Not placed, we will work. See, why a candidate will not get placed? Two reasons. Either I have not given training properly, or he did not prepare properly. Could be only two reasons. And there's no validity for placement. If you have not prepared, sit and prepare. We will never discard you from my academy. And results wise, one thing I can tell you is I'll not prepare that stamp size photos, publish some unwanted results, right? 10 got placed, tell that. Even now, if you notice, our accuracy of placements is going good. And I think one more thing you have to observe, PSS starts only 10 batches yearly. 10 to max 12 batches yearly. We are not starting here 10 batches a month. Only 10 batches yearly that we are starting. We are achieving these results. Okay. So if you work hard with us, guaranteed I can tell you, easy for you to get placed. Okay, Aditya, back to you. Sagar and Varun. Let's invite them. Bharat, yeah, I'll connect. Don't worry. Once again. Oh, we have Aditya here. Very
Good morning,
good
sir.
afternoon, Aditya.
Sir, yes.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, let's start with your introduction, Aditya. What's your qualification? Year of pass out, percentage?
Yes, sir. So first of all, I would like to very heartily thank to you, sir, for inviting me in this meeting. So myself, Aditya Kumar, I have done BTech from NMIS University, Mumbai in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. And my pass out year is 2020 and my percentage is 67%. And just now I have started applying for a job at almost 10 days ago. And I have got placed in one company with a package of 6 LPA. And I am already in two company. I'm already in second round. Yes. Yes, sir.
Right. So let us continue. Varun, see, in history of PSA, only 7 students getting in a batch can never happen. Right? In history of PSA, this has never happened. Because some student is commenting here telling that only 7 students are placed. Month on month, we publish the results outside. Right? We put the posters outside. In history, it cannot happen that only 7 students, because in month I finish only 1 batch. It's highly impossible that only 7, that इतनी घटिया performance हम कभी नहीं देंगे, कुछ भी हो जाए. Right? So please, any doubts, either visit, will give you numbers. Okay, we have month wise the numbers being maintained with us. Okay, right. Anyways, so people, let's unmute Varun. Varun, let's start with your
Yes.
introduction. What's your qualification, year of pass out, percentage, which all companies have you got placed in?
Yes, sir. Firstly, thank you for inviting this meet. Myself, I am Varun Kumar from Karnataka. My graduation is completed on Mysore
Sami का हो
Royal
गया.
Institute of Technology. Hello.
अच्छा, तो उसे लेते हैं interview question. Right. Sorry, Varun. Yeah. So what's your qualification, Varun?
Yeah, my qualification is Bachelor of Engineering in stream is Mechanical Engineering. And my passed out is 2019, and my overall aggregate is 58.6. And then my company is placed on 7. Overall company I placed 7 companies, and highest package is 5.5 plus 50K bonus, and my lowest package is 4.25 LPA. And
okay,
these are my introductions.
Right, very nice. Varun has got placed in 7 companies. We have Sagar. Sagar, very good afternoon. Let's
Very good
start with
afternoon,
your
sir.
Yeah, so Sagar, let's start with your introduction.
Yes, sir.
What's your qualification, year of pass out, which all companies placed, highest and lowest package?
So first of all, a very thank you to you, sir, in person, sir. So because you are a embodiment of knowledge and confidence, sir. Because after seeing you only, I got the confidence to sit for this interview, because I was already broken down, because I was working in some other sector, completely different sector. So my pass out year is 2017 electrical. After that, I started working for a company named Vikram Solar in a renewable sector. So over there, I worked for almost 1.5 years. After that, and due to some family medical issues, I had to leave my job. My mother was ill. Because of that, I had to leave my job. After that, when the treatment was, almost over, then I again joined with the same sector, but in different domain, in different position. So it was Reliance, and furthermore, it was L&T construction. But the thing is, over there, I wasn't getting that much of a growth, or the kind of job wasn't my cup of tea over there as well. So then after that, I got to know about you from some of my common friends, and then I enrolled to your particular academy. So, and after that, the rest is a history almost.
All right. So last year we had some of the power performance companies like Global Logic. By the time we ended that year, we had more than 300 plus students getting placed in Global Logic, who are even today working. Then we had the second company where the highest students they absorbed was NewGen, right? Where people are still working in that company, and there also we crossed more than 300. And the third highest placements, which is again crossed 250 to 300, was CGI, where there are all mini groups. When you join these companies, you will find mini groups of PSA, right? Where people have been working, basically in these companies. And kind of this year to start with, let's see, mid of the year, we'll get to know that which company, what, how the requirements are going on. Okay, so let's back to Aditya. Let's start with the interview questions, Aditya. Which all questions are important? Please do let us know.
So most of the question I faced from core Java only. So OOPS concept, what are OOPS concept, what are Java at new features, difference between abstract class and interface, explain super keyword, difference between array list and linked list, difference between hash set and hash map, difference between hash set and tree set, difference between hash table and hash set, why a string is immutable.
See,
Difference.
1 minute, just hold on. I would
Yeah.
just read out one very interesting comment. One student says only 7 people got placed in March. The next comment I get from my student Sunil Kumar, you're wrong because in March, me and my 8 friends are placed, right? Which means that's more than 7. See, after completing the batch, 2.5 months later, when I look at that batch, 80-85% of the student stats will be there with us. Okay, right? So please, if you're student, comment here. Not student, competitors excuse us. Why are you joining our show? I'm openly telling. We don't share the links somewhere. We are not sending. Putting it in my app. I'm putting it in my platform. External people, please don't join here. Okay, you have to excuse us and stop creating the confusions. Fine. Okay, Aditya, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So difference between get and load method, difference between runnable and callable, and some coding questions they ask, like find prime number, check the palindrome, remove duplicate elements from array, and swap the variable without using third variable. And in a Spring Boot part, they ask about MVC architecture, what is dependency injection, difference between a Spring and a Spring Boot, and explain the technical flow of your project. So most of the questions are common, means as alumni has told, most of the questions are common from them.
Yeah, there's one more comment. See, Bharat is messaging. I'm also from March batch. Most of us are already working in companies. Okay, so we again got a message from Bharat. See, Bharat is also from March batch only, who joined us now. So now 9. You said 7 with confidence. Here itself, we have got now 9. Okay, Bharat joined us, a few minutes back. Bharat K from Karnataka, right? Who got this audio problem, and then I said I'll be taking him back again here. Bharat K. Him. Okay, so Aditya, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
And we wish you all the best. Okay, so God bless you, Aditya. Keep progressing.
Yes, sir.
आगे बढ़ते जाना है अभी.
Yes, sir.
और ज्यादा सैलरीज लेना है आपको.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yeah.
Okay. Always my blessings with you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Varun,
Yes, sir.
let's start with you. Which all questions you feel it's important, please do let us know.
Yes, sir. Basically, I'm receive a question for core Java only. 70 to 80% I received a core Java. Means Java 8 features, concept and collection concept, and Spring Boot annotations like. And then after exception handling also is very important. And then they will ask keywords like this keyword, super keyword, finally, finalize, and final, and throw and throws keyword they ask. And then also in string concept, dot equals and double equals logic is very important. And then unary and binary operations also they will ask. They give a simple logic in a chart box and ask for me the output. What is the output of this logic? And then singleton design pattern is very important, and generics. And some interviewers ask to thread concept like thread life cycle, multi-threading, and notify all those things. And come to microservices, they will ask a difference between monolithic and microservice, briefly explain. And come to web services, they will ask web service annotations, get, post, put, and delete. And then also ask for the response code of the Postman tool. What is the response code 200, 400, and all those things. And from mainly important, coding part is main important. In coding part, I received some more questions like remove a duplicate word in a string with write a logic, and remove a integer in a string, and palindrome and Fibonacci logics. And they will give a one string using the string. Output will be first letter is caps, and rest all will be small letter. Write a logic, and they will give a two arrays. We merge the array, and then will be output will be given for ascending order. And also write a substring logic, and write a program for immutable to mutable class. And occurrence of character in a string is very important, this question. And also these are all means programs I will add in my spawn. I will share in the your group, sir.
Right.
And
So
also I'm one more thing I will add up. But thank you for the giving the new opportunity, sir. For me.
God bless you. Okay, thank you so much, Varun, for joining us.
I'm feelingly
And
telling you, sir.
they're not able to hear you. Can you be a little loud?
Yeah, I'm feelingly telling you. Thank you for the giving this opportunity, sir, for my life.
Okay. So, anyways, I just missed what he said. So, thank you so much, Aditya,
Hello.
for joining us. Varun, thank you so
Hello.
much for joining us. Sagar, back to you. Please tell us
Yes, sir.
the important questions. Then back to Bharat, and then we will talk to Nirmal,
Yes, sir.
Muzaffar, and Sarveshwar. Okay, these are the next set
So
of
first,
candidates. Yes, Sagar. Please tell us important interview questions.
so first of
Oh,
all,
he
I
got
have given
emotional. Thank you.
sure, sir.
I'm so sorry. Your audio was not clear. Uh, so I could not basically listen to you. And Sami is here. We'll again take him back 1 minute. I was talking to Varun. 1 minute, Varun. Sorry, I'm so sorry I missed you. Okay, Varun, can you please? Yeah, you're telling something. Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. I'm feeling well, sir, because of you are giving a for my new role means new opportunity for my life, sir. That is also I'm added up.
All right,
That
thank you
was
so
regarding.
much, Varun.
Thank you so much, sir.
Your voice was little feeble. I could not get that because the speakers in my classroom for online, it's not that clear. All right.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, Varun, and keep progressing.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. God bless you. God bless you. Okay. So we have these many people left now to interact with. So Sagar, back to
Yes,
you.
sir.
Please tell us the interview questions.
Yes, sir. So, but before that, sir, I have got sir placed in 10 plus companies right now, and the rest of the offer letters are in pipeline, sir. So my highest package, which I've mentioned, so it's 9.3 as of now, but there are other packages as well, sir, which are upcoming, sir, which are more than 10 plus. So, and apart from that, sir, my lowest package, which was in TCS, it was around 4.5 or something. So I have correct. I mean, I've sit for a lot of interviews, and from the ones which I have cracked, so the mostly the questions were asked from core Java and project itself, and how you created all these things using the advanced Java concepts. So the different concepts I'm going to mention over here are like the first of all the SQL queries. Sir. Joins is a very crucial part, sir. The left join, inner joins, all these things, sir. And after that, wherever you use the OOPS concept in your project, then how do you connect multiple database in Hibernate? Then what is the endpoint of an API? How do you create that? Then what is Spring Actuator? What is rate limiter? Then what is the purpose of @value annotation? The purpose of different status codes, sir. Then after that, sir, the REST controller versus the REST mapping, all these sort of things, sir. Then a lot of questions were being asked from collection itself. Most of the programs which I faced were something like from a sentence you are given to find out the frequency of a particular word using collection or without using collection as well. Then after that, you are given an array. Then from that particular array, you need to remove the duplicate ones without using the collection concept. Or sometimes then after that, there were questions from number theory as well, like the Smith number, 666, perfect number, Armstrong number. Then I was asked a lot of other questions from inheritance as well. Then reverse a string, all these things are common, pretty common. Then after that, the nested filter is there. How can you use the nested filter concept using Stream API? Like I want this particular starts with S, then starts with art, like that. it goes on. So what will be the output in that particular case? Will it run or not? This kind of questions were being asked from me. Then after that, the different bean scope, how do you implement load balancing from microservices? Then after that, what is a circuit breaker? What is the purpose of hystrix? How many microservices have you used in a project? Then after that, what is the purpose of enable circuit breaker? Then after that, a lot of questions were being asked from REST template class, the init method, then bean lifecycle, servlet lifecycle, difference between do get and do post, then persistent transient state, all these things. Then after that, what defects have you encountered in your project, sir? So over there, we need to mention the retry logic, how you use that retry logic. All these things I mentioned over there. Then apart from that, sir, email integration and API integration, which you have already taught us, those they told us to write the codes of that particular thing, sir. So thanks to you, sir, we wrote those codes. Whatever you have taught, we have blindly followed you, sir. Blindly followed you. And it was pretty good for us. Then after that, sir, the REST API, a lot of questions were being asked from REST APIs. So we were told to create the REST APIs. Then after that, what is the purpose of the JSP? Then Bean. All these things were asked. A lot of questions were asked from Git and GitHub as well. The different commands. How do you push your code? How do you retrieve the code? All these things were asked. So a lot of questions were asked from deployment as well. The CI/CD pipelines, YML files. All these things I was able to answer, sir. After that, a few questions were asked from files as well, sir. How do you create a file structure or folder structure? Like company name Infosys. After that, a lot of like this and that, this sort of folders will be there. So how do you create that folder structure? All these things were asked, sir. How to read from a file? How do you migrate from Hibernate, from JDBC to Hibernate? Have you done any sort of migration? So how exactly? This sort of questions were asked, sir. And after that, the table structures, then nested beans, net beans, all these things were asked, sir. Then model mapper, object mapper, a lot of things were asked, sir. Then the project flow was asked. So how did you implement? Why did you implement this particular thing, that particular thing? They asked a lot of questions, sir.
Object mapper, we were discussing in API class.
Yes, sir.
August batch student, model mapper library. Correct? We were discussing about where we are building this API. So there we have discussed about model mapper, right? So mapping the object, DT object to other one. See, carefully study the syllabus, guys. 70% if you answer, you're selected. Don't go with an expectation that 100% only if I answer, they will hire me. It's never like that. 70% of interviews, if attended properly, all answers given properly, through. Questions which you don't know, boldly tell them, sir, I sorry, don't know this. I've never worked on this. I don't have idea about it. This is very important. Thank you so much, Saga, for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
So Sami was here. We could not take the questions from him for some reason. So back to Sami. We'll finish and then we will discuss with Muzaffar, Nirmal, and Sarbeshwar. So Sami,
hello.
Let's start with your left out questions, interview questions basically. I'd already given the introduction, but we had a bit of network issue. Yeah, Sami.
Yes, sir, I'm audible. Hello.
You're audible, Sami.
Okay. Yeah, sir. I attended 3 interviews. In all of them, they asked explain your project. So I explained the project in such a way that it should be in a story way, because the interviewer who is taking our interview doesn't know our project what it really does. So I explained them in a story way. Some client will come, some customer will come, and he will take we will take the information of him in the lead, and we convert the lead into bill, into contact, and make the bill, and we integrated the email API to send the email, and all that stuff I used to tell. And apart from that, they asked what is difference between Spring and Spring Boot, and most of them told that there will be core Java questions, but for me it was like maximum time they asked the advanced Java itself from Spring Boot. So the questions I tell are mostly from Spring Boot itself. So the core Java related questions are like what all collections you used in your project, and what all Java features you used, and what API you integrated inside your project, and what is interface, and how do you achieve multiple inheritance. And in I attended three. Inside three, two of them asked the internal working of hash map, and how do you debug your application, how do you handle the bugs they asked, and what are the different types of scopes, difference between singleton and prototype, and what is default keyword and static keyword inside Java feature, and what is stream API, what is difference between post and put, difference between controller and controller and rest controller, what is difference between primary and qualifier, and what is component scan, and what is Spring Boot application, and what is Swagger, what is Postman, and inside SQL they asked like left join, and they asked the Spring validation, deployment of your how do you deploy your project, and apart from that, what is the main component of your Spring Boot. And there were some scenario based question like if you are inserting a bean, there is prototype and singleton, then which one will work first, they will ask for default.
So we have this interesting questions.
Yeah, sir.
Swagger, our
yeah.
new syllabus.
Yeah, Swagger. And one more
Correct.
question was there like if you have created an application and you deliver to the client, and it is running fine in your side, but when you deliver it, it will not work fine. So what you will do in this scenario? They told this
Right. So there's one more small concept called as logs.
Yeah,
right?
sir.
There are
Yeah,
a couple of logs like SL4J, log4j,
Yeah, yes.
uses loggers,
yeah.
which gives us the details. How is your application running and which part? How it's very simple
Yeah,
concept.
sir.
5
How
minutes
the
concept it is actually.
project flow will work. It will show the logs.
Interesting thing.
Yeah,
I'll just
sir.
repeat your questions once, Sami.
Yeah, sir.
Debugging concept.
Yeah, sir. Debugging.
How do you put a breakpoint?
Yeah, sir.
How do you run that in a debug perspective?
Yeah.
Right? Step
Yes.
over, step into.
Yeah, sir.
So
and we have to like validate that one. And apart from that, like there was some question on balanced reset, which I was not able to answer. The thing is, in my interview, I answered about 60 to 70% only. But whatever I answered, I explained them in a very detailed way so that they were satisfied with that. And apart from that, whichever question I don't know, I said them directly, I don't know, I will prepare on it, as you said earlier.
See?
Yeah, sir. And one more thing, sir. When I used to study, at that time, I thought that the whatever you're teaching, it is not sufficient. So I used to study from outside as well. But when I started the interview, I get to know that everything, whatever you told, it is more than sufficient to answer. And whatever you dictate, apart from that, whatever you say, it is very important. And we should pause that video and take a note of your words also.
Right.
Yeah,
very important thing.
Yeah.
Don't study anything extra and waste your time, because these distractions will happen while you're learning. You study
And
from
I
here,
used to
study from there.
repeat your videos 2 to 3 times every day, and I used to practice like 7 to 8 hours per day, according to that.
Right. Cool. Very nice, Sami, because he gave us a lot of clarity. Look at the lot of clarity what he gave us. Questions what he gave us was slightly different here. It was
Yeah,
not the
sir.
same. See, debugging, people did not mention. They asked him. Swagger,
Yeah, sir.
of course, we'll be exploring that. Spring
And then it
security.
is similar to Postman, no, sir? Like to test the APIs.
How do you test the APIs in Postman?
Yeah, sir.
Definitely questions on response code you would have got. What about
Yeah, sir.
response code, Sami?
A response code for like 200. They asked what all response code you get and error codes. And one more thing, they asked like, how do you create your custom errors? They asked, sir. I didn't get it.
Custom arrays.
Errors, sir.
Custom. Yeah. It's our part of further lecture. Custom
Yeah,
error
sir.
pages.
Customer error and another one custom exception, custom annotation also, sir. How you will create annotation.
Custom annotations. Yeah, you can
And
build
one more
your own
thing,
annotations as well.
difference between this @bean and @auto they ask.
Right.
Most of the questions are from Hibernate and Spring Boot itself, sir. I didn't get
Actually,
the core Java more.
the API classes which we are taking is very important. Now in 4 months only, I'm going to cover that syllabus. The new syllabus which we're talking about, it will be in the first 4 months itself, because major questions what he mentioned, that's all the latest syllabus updates, and 2 months later your old syllabus gone. All questions will be from web services API only. That will be the thing. Okay, so there will be another part of the syllabus also which I'll be discussing, like circuit breaker. We'll be looking at Kafka. We'll be looking at RabbitMQ. We'll be looking at Eureka servers. So after part 1, part 2, but part 1 you will be able to crack the interviews easily. Part 2 is also important, which is just in another few days we are going to begin with that, which I'll communicate with you people. Let this part 1 get over, because now we are in Spring security. I think custom exception handling and all is done. Custom errors, what he mentioned, that's our further flow. Then we have deployment on Amazon AWS, like he was talking about. What's his name? Sagar. How do you deploy your application? So next 10 days our API gets over, and we'll put that project now. Especially who's taking my API classes every alternate days, which I'm taking it. Right. Then error codes are important there. Like what is 401? Response entity. Correct. The error codes are important. Then they'll ask you about validations there. How do you validate the things? Then we have versioning, API versioning. Let me ask this to Sami, because he has given a lot of clear information actually. Sami,
Yes, sir.
did they ask you about versioning of APIs?
No, sir. Versioning of API, yeah, they didn't ask.
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Dockers?
Docker, actually what they said, sir, how do you deploy a project, they asked. I told that I read from Google about Docker and all. I explained the Docker, how the Docker works and what the Docker file is. I explained them all. But laterly, what I said, I know this much thing, but I didn't implement in my project, I said, sir.
Okay. Did they ask you finally how you prepared API documents?
API documents, no, sir, they didn't ask.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much. So
Yeah, sir.
back,
I would like
thank
to
you,
suggest.
Sami. And actually, we
Yeah,
had a
sir.
network problem.
Okay.
We could not talk to Sami, but I think
Yeah, sir.
that was the best chat. Taking him back on the show and interacting with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, sir. I wanted to tell these all things, so I
Yeah,
contacted again
I
you.
got to know from my staff that Sami is telling I could not tell the questions. Take
Yeah,
him again. So thank you
yeah,
so much for showing that interest.
yeah, sir.
You
If
know,
there is more time, I could explain more, but for the time consistency, I could not. So
right.
yeah, sir.
But we appreciate that. Now we know what to study, isn't it,
Yeah,
guys?
sir. Yeah, sir.
Okay, right. Bye bye. So
Okay, sir.
Bharat,
Thank you.
we had some network problem at your end. We'll finish with Bharat and then we'll continue with the other set of students. We've decided, no, from Jan we're going to call more people.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Bharat.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, audible. So we could not take all the
Hello.
questions from you, Bharat.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
tell us all the questions. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's actually I am from March batch, so the whatever Semi was telling, I didn't face those questions actually. I think luckily I didn't face. uh, but the whatever was there in my class, the syllabus, that was very enough for me, and whatever you have given the questions, those questions are enough for me, was enough for me to crack the interviews. So the questions are like core Java, like OOPS concept, and multi-threading also they asked, and exceptions, custom exceptions they have asked. and they have asked threading, like synchronization, everything they have asked. And in the collections, they have asked mainly they concentrate on linked list and array list. Mainly, most of them concentrate on difference between the array list and linked list. We can say that there are only two words, linked list and array list, but behind that there is big concept like uh, while iteration, what else can be happen. Not only theoretically, we have to explain with code. They have given me to write the code. Actually, they have given a scenario, and I wrote the code, and then I could crack the interview. And when we comes to advance, they ask Java 8 features, Lambda expressions, and Stream API. Please concentrate more on Stream API. They will definitely ask. And annotations, and also they ask Hibernate questions, Hibernate and JPA differentiation, and uh, few of only two, I think, only in two interview I got questions on SQL questions like join, and they give some scenario, for example, third highest salary and second highest salary, like this simple scenarios they will give. We have to write a query for those. And yes, sir, that's all about interview questions
All
from my
right.
side. And I didn't gone through any other questions apart from whatever you have given. That was very enough for me, actually.
Because what we are going to cover, that itself is voluminous, trust me. Students at the end, that itself is so much. By the time you finish, remember, right? And again, if you deviate in between, somebody telling do this, somebody telling do that, if you start deviating, then what have to study? What you have to study? You will miss that only. Okay, keep a target. 70% answers in interview. Thank you, Bharat. God bless you. Now let's talk to Nirmal, then Sarbeshwar, Muzaffar Rashid. There are two people. I don't know. The one who is my student, please unmute yourself. Muzaffar. Yeah, is here.
Good afternoon.
Let's start with Nirmal. See
Hello,
this.
sir.
Yeah, let's start, Nirmal, with your introduction. What's your qualification? Year of pass out, percentage.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, thank you,
Very
sir, for giving us such a very good teaching to us. So my name is Nirmal Sindha. I am from Odisha. I have done BTech in mechanical engineering, and my pass out year is 2018. Sir, I have just started giving the interview 10 days, 10 to 15 days back. So in past interview, I just cracked that interview, and my package is 6 LP.
Wow. Okay, good. Let's start with, okay, Sarbeshwar. What's your okay? What's your name? I mean to say, year of pass out, percentage, qualification, highest and lowest packages. Please tell us.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, very much.
Thank you, sir. I am Sadeswar. I am from Odisha. I passed out in 2021 from mechanical background, and after that I joined PSA in that's of February, 16 February, and I got placed in so many companies, but I don't remain that name startup companies, but one of startup company like Plastic City, and except that I placed in Global Logic, Volkswagen, and Newsen. I don't join Newsen, but I got one offer from Newsen also, and I joined finally Global Logic.
All right. So you got placed. Global Logic. Okay. Muzaffar, let's start with your introduction. See, one more thing I want to tell students. See, there are a lot of beginners, they'll have no idea. See, when you're on our WhatsApp groups, please keep that in mind. They are not our official WhatsApp groups. I create these groups, I keep that open transparently, but only 10% would be my students in that. So be beware of those things, because everybody thinks that demo class sir has created a group and that's our official WhatsApp group. No, 90% are not the students there. The second important thing, people, beginners, they talk about all these blacklisting, whitelisting. See, there is no concepts like that. It's all rubbish. 5 months, 800 to 1000 numbers students have got placed successfully working in the company from my side. Okay, so numbers are pretty good. Focus on studies. I don't think so there should be any issues in terms of placements. Yeah. Muzaffar,
Yeah.
continue.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. So, yeah, before starting with my interview, I'd like to thank you, sir, and the complete PSA staff to basically support throughout this journey. And starting with my introduction, my name is Muzaffar and I'm from Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. I am passed out from engineering and the pass out year is 2020. I have been placed in, I have attended the 3 interviews from one is the startups wherein I got selected with.
Right. Thank you. Nirmal, back to you. Go ahead, Muzaffar.
Yeah. So another one is Infinite Computer Solutions, wherein I was placed with 5.5 LPAs, and the is Zen and Art, wherein I got placed with 8.5 LPAs, and right now I'm over to 10 LPA.
Right. क्यों ऑनलाइन अटेंड नहीं कर रहे हो क्या आप? ठीक है, चलो मैं आपसे ऑनलाइन कनेक्ट करता हूँ, नो प्रॉब्लम। हाँ, 2 मिनट बैठिए, कुछ क्वेरीज है, बात करता हूँ। आप टीसीएस में काम कर रहे हो ना? अच्छा, लॉजिक में चले गए क्या? ठीक है, मैं आपसे बात करता हूँ। हाँ ठीक है, कितना महीना हो गया ज्वाइन करके? हाँ, 7th month। ठीक है, मैं बात करता हूँ। राइट राइट, सो we had an offline candidate, so let me not invite him offline, we'll put him on online only. Huh? So Nirmal, chalo interview question shuru karte फटाफट।
Sir, I think all the students share all the questions. In my interview also, I have faced the same questions in core Java, OOPS concept. And in my interview, they mainly focused on collection concept. They asked me all the collection differences, and also some part of some question of programming questions on collection, like sorting, array list sorting, and also hash map sorting, in hash map key sorting, and as well as value sorting, how you can do. And they give one scenario based question on hash map, that if India in India we want to print all the states and their districts in hash map. So how you print that in hash map? And also, so in advanced part, they asked me on Spring MVC, what is dispatcher servlet, what is IOC, and dependency injection, and types of dependency injection, what is setter injection. And in Hibernate, they asked me what is Hibernate, difference between get and load method, what is Hibernate caching. Also, they asked what is many-to-many mappings and where you used many-to-many mappings in your project. I told them that I used in Spring Security. Then they asked me why not one-to-many mapping? Why you use many-to-many mapping? I told them that we are using role and user. So one user have many roles. Like this, I told them. So this much, I think, extra question I got.
Thank you, Nirmal. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining us. Sarbeshwar, back to you. Tell me important interview questions. Go ahead.
But few silly questions I have written down, like what is why classes are not non-static, and should I make class as private, like this, sir? And what is the full form of POM, like the pom.xml file? What is the full form of that? And why static methods are not overridden? And which list you are in your project, which list you can use in your project, and what is static keyword, like this, sir. And I have some more questions, sir, but it's been a long time since I got placed, so that I didn't remember that most of questions.
Okay.
I can make a PDF and share with you, sir.
Good.
Yes. So, and what is volatile keyword, and what is session tracking, how to handle exception in JSP, how to notify your child class that how how you notify your child class that your parent class is running, that thread concept, and what is daemon thread. Daemon thread the daemon thread concept is more important, sir. A lot of interviewer asking me that particular question, what is daemon thread.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you so much, Sarvavesh.
Yes, sir.
We'll take all the questions from him. I'll share it with you. Muzaffar, thank you so much. God bless you, Sarveshwar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Muzaffar,
So,
back to you. Tell
yeah,
us the interview
yes,
questions.
sure. So, as far as interview questions are concerned, sir, I basically have prepared 200 interview questions, which basically we got from the alumni only, and we were basically giving the mock interviews with each other and used basically prepare those questions. But the most important which I got during my interviews are like mostly I got from collection concept, which are collections and fail safe versus fail fast, difference between array list and array, difference between array list and linked list, internal working of hash map, which all collection concepts we have used in our Spring Boot. And apart from that, like stream API is very important, and the multi-threading concepts, wrapper classes also. And talking about the Spring Boot, it was like all the annotations like at the auto add, at the rest controller. Annotations are important. I mostly got them. And what is basically internal working of at the Spring Boot application annotation and Spring IOC container REST APIs. Yeah, these are the most important questions, sir, which I received during my 3 set of interviews.
Thank you so much, Muzaffar. God bless you. That's it, guys.
Thank you, sir.
I hope today's alumni meet was confidence giving. As I said, we're going to invite multiple students going forward. But this is what happens, even more and more students are being invited. The audience, they keep on dropping out. But we'll keep this number fixed. We will keep interacting, and every day's placement stats also will be keep communicating to you people. Okay. So you will get an idea how many people are getting placed, what's the percentage, XYZ things more clearly. Okay. So that's it. I hope today's alumni meet was confidence giving. Especially we had one BA student, BTech student are telling whether I'll be able to get placed or not. So when couple of Bachelor of Arts BA students we have seen today who got placed, we had people with backlogs 1 year back, the first candidate. Then we had another guy in MBA, he had a year back, got placed. We had people with low percentage getting placed. And if you observe, was there any candidate having only one offer? No, right? So you always see that the offers are multiple. So we are all been talking about recession. See, understand, one who studies gets placed. One who doesn't study will not get placed. Correct? So you just join the program, you don't study, problems has to be there. When you join the programs, please become very serious. Study every day 4 to 5 hours. You will definitely get placed. Right? That's it. Next Saturday, we'll again meet up.